the Navy says you need an equal employment opportunity officer at the Naval Air Station in Norfolk.
Oh, so you were the first one.
Yes.
Wow.
I was the
Congratulations.
first one in Norfolk, yes.
That's really exciting. What changes did you see over the time you took the job? Like, what were your
Oh,
challenges?
it's unbelievable. I can tell you many stories. You wouldn't believe the things that we did back in those days. You think they're silly now, but I mean,
Such as?
well, we had 5,000 employees working at the Naval Air Station, or Naval Air Rework Facility at that time. And most of the people who were electronics mechanics were women because it's finger work, small stuff. But they couldn't become a supervisor, but they could do the wiring and so forth. But we would have to bring the carriers back out in the med. And when the carriers would come back, we would send a team out to disconnect all of the electronics equipment. So by the time they got to Norfolk, they could easily just take it off the ship, bring it in, recalibrate it, and put it back on. Well, at that time, unions were big things. And so all of the women, even though they were electronics mechanics, they were also members of the union. The union contract says if you're going to send a team somewhere, you send people according to the seniority. Well, if the women came out in the seniority list, you had to send them out to the med. Well, they didn't want to do that. They don't send women out to come back on a ship. And I was working for the commander at that time, and his charge to me was do everything that you can to make things better here as long as it's legal. That was a caveat. Make sure that what you do is legal. So I went to him and I told him, I says, we're sending a team out to the med to come back on the carrier, but they don't want a woman to be part of the team. He says, why don't you send them a message and tell the commanding officer of that ship to send me a message back that they don't want the woman. And we did. We sent him the message, and guess what? The commanding officer of the ship would not send a message back like that. So she went. Her name was Susan Morgan. We call her Sue Morgan. She was a redhead, fairly attractive woman, but hard worker, union person. And she went out there for the first time. On the way back, they ran into a storm. The storm damaged 2 or 3 aircraft, and they blamed it on her because a woman was on the ship. That's sort of, routine. But that's the kind of thing that we ran into.
Once Susan broke that barrier, did that continue?
Yes, we just built on that.
Right.
Yeah, we got women in other positions.
So was she then granted a position, like a title, or was it just kind of not in writing?
I don't know that she ever became a supervisor, but she was one of the top electronics mechanics there.